What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. It is the 29th day of March. Here we are, sitting at about $0.005 with roughly 10 hours and 10 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it, okay? People get emotional with OnyxCoin. I definitely get emotional whenever we're at these higher points, getting excited for this inevitable breakout that we're going to see to the upside here. And people definitely get excited. The haters get excited whenever we are moving down. Every single higher low that we've formed since February has been a moment where they're very, very loud, and they're very loud now. It's kind of funny. I it's interesting because if you're a hater of OnyxCoin, you don't own any OnyxCoin, right? You can't you can't be telling me that you're expecting the price to go down and wanting to even see it go down, wanting to see it crash, and you own some. That doesn't make any sense. But what also doesn't make a whole lot of sense is the fact that you don't own any, and yet you are so obsessed with this coin. It's I don't know, man. Most of the time, in my experience, whenever stuff like that happens, it's typically a good sign that that it's something that you want to invest in. If we're looking at this here in the short term, we look at this on the 1 hour time frame. I think we'll see some results that provide that we are at a low point, that we are getting ready to move up. If not, we'll go from there. We'll talk about that. But I think that here it's very clear that we are at a low point, an area that you should consider to provide support, not an area that I'm considering will break us down into the abyss. But anything can happen. We'll see. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, and then we'll zoom out from there. As we're moving up here, you can see decent amount of volume coming in. As we're moving down here, not really any volume at all, and we're kind of having a nice curved bottom within our overall curved bottom here on the 1 hour time frame. A little bit of volume coming in here on these wicks and movements up. If we're looking at this on the RSI, it's not really going to help us at all. It's very neutral, as is the stochastics and the MACD. Technically taking a bearish stance, but neutral. Neutral but bearish, bearish but neutral, however you want to phrase that. It is possible that we go below this low. I wouldn't want to see it. Just because I don't want to see it doesn't mean it can't happen, but I wouldn't want to see it. And if it does happen, it's not a big deal. But I think that it would be nice to hold this low as support. If we're looking at this here from a relative low to a relative high, you can see the golden ratio has now provided resistance. We're down at the 786. We have held support in this 786, 886 range a lot over the last few months. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did that here as well. Ultimately, we can start to get excited the price is moving up again once we get 4 hour time frames, like 2 4 hour periods in a row to close above 0.00515. We start closing above the golden ratio here. I think that's reason enough to expect whatever low that we have as the low. If we start closing below 0.049, 0.0491, then it might be time to expect that we do see a lower low here. But that's not my expectation, not at the moment. Looking at this through the lens of a 4 hour perspective, we took our bearish cross, false cross, and turned it into a bullish cross that did a little bit for us, but not long lived. It was just a little pump and dump action there. And here we are providing some bearish momentum. Now the momentum is dying off. We're looking to get across here, and hopefully if we get this cross while these oscillators, the blue and the orange line, while they're up here, we could actually get a solid cross through the zero here. Here we interacted with it. It looked like we were going to cross through, but we came back below. Hopefully this next attempt can really get us across through. And the last time that we saw any kind of behavior like that where we did get a suitable cross above the zero, we had a very nice movement upwards as well. So I would hope that we see something like that. That would provide a higher low here. That would very much entice this rounded bottom idea, and we would get a higher high. All good things would happen, right? I did stake. Man, I had plans to do this, and I actually didn't set it up the right way. Maybe I can figure it out. Let's see. Let's go to Onyx. Oops. Onyx app. OnyxCoin. I'm just going to type in OnyxCoin. Because I successfully bridged and staked all of my HODL position Onyx coins on the Goliath mainnet. I don't want onyx.org. I mean, maybe we can just go here, just for anybody who's, maybe you don't have the app pulled up already. just so I can show you guys. Let's see, click launch app. Right, it would be app.onyx.org if you just want to skip that. I think I can cancel out of that there. And then stake. Okay, so you connect your wallet. And for me, I use Coinbase wallet, but you could use MetaMask, or I think there's other wallets that you can use as well. You click on connect wallet, and yeah, you've got all of your options here. You connect your wallet, and then you'll probably need to have your wallet open on your phone or on another tab in your browser here. You have to confirm the connection, and then when you go to staking, your Onyx coins, if you're buying them off the exchange and you're sending them to your wallet, it's likely going to be on the Ethereum network, right? Not the Goliath mainnet. So it's going to be on the Ethereum network. It could be on Base, but for all intents and purposes, let's have it on Ethereum, okay? Let's not have it on Base. On the Ethereum network, you'll go to Bridge, and you'll go to Goliath Bridge down here. If it works, I just got to click on it. It's my internet, really. There we go. Click on Goliath Bridge. You can see it's bridging from Ethereum to Goliath, and you'll select your XCN, and then you'll click max, right? The max amount. You want to bridge it all. Maybe you don't want to bridge it all. You want to bridge some of it. It's free to bridge it. I think it does cost like 8 cents from the Ethereum end. It's free from the Onyx end, or it costs a little bit less than that from Ethereum, but there is a little bit of a fee. But not from Onyx. It's from the Ethereum mainnet. You bridge it. It says connect wallet, but if your wallet was connected, you could click bridge. Let's say we were bridging 100 tokens. Bridge it. It'll go through. It'll probably take like a minute or two to bridge. You'll see all the verifications going through as it works. If it doesn't work, just pay attention to the pop-up. If it says that you're missing something, just figure out what that something is. You might need to have, again, like 10 cents worth of Ethereum or like $1 worth of Ethereum in your wallet that you're using, whatever wallet it is, right? Whether it's MetaMask, Coinbase wallet, whatever it is. Once they're bridged, you go to staking, and since you've bridged it to Goliath, you will now click Goliath liquid staking, and it's simple as that. You basically, if you click max, let's say you had 1 million tokens, let's say you have 100,000 tokens, maybe that's more palpable for most people. Maybe, some people have like tens of millions of tokens, depending on the various amounts of tokens you have. Let's just say 100,000 for all intents and purposes. If you click max, it'll give you 100,000 tokens. You don't want to do 100,000 tokens. You want to do like 999,999.9. You need just a little bit. You need like less than 0.1 XCN to stake your tokens, which it costs less than like 1% of a penny, right? Like one OnyxCoin token is half of a cent. If you need less than 0.1 of an OnyxCoin to send the transaction through to stake it on the mainnet here, that's like very, very cheap stuff. So when you click max, it puts all your Onyx coins in there ready to stake, but then you have no residual Onyx coin to pay the fee. And I think that they'll probably work on that. There'll probably be a time where you can just click max and it'll sort itself out. It'll take from the amount that you have. But for now, you have to take your full amount, deduct like 0.1 Onyx coin or 1 Onyx coin if you want to make it simple from your total, and then that will pay the fee to connect your to stake your Onyx coin. Now, if you're on Ethereum, and your coins are staked, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you click on the Goliath bridge, I don't know if it'll let you bridge it while your coins are staked. If that's true, you might have to withdraw all your coins, and in which case you'll pay like an 8-cent fee, a 4-cent fee to withdraw all your coins, maybe a 15-cent fee. I don't know, depending on the traffic. It can be a little bit more, a little bit less, but it shouldn't be that much. And if you have to withdraw it, that's fine. Just withdraw it. It'll be to your wallet that's connected to this app. Then you go to Goliath Bridge and you do that all again. But then you go from there. You bridge all your stuff to Goliath liquid staking, and again, just make sure you leave the 0.1 XCN out of your total that you're staking so that you can pay for the fee. Anyways, I wanted to have some on here with like a dummy wallet. I wanted to have like 100 coins on here with a dummy wallet just to show you guys, but I didn't really set that up. And I don't care to set it up now. If that's too confusing, if that in itself wasn't like a how-to step-by-step guide on how to do it, Maybe I can make another video where I actually do it, but it would just be it'd be the same button clicking. I'd probably use the same words and everything. The only difference is instead of connect wallet, it would say stake. Instead of zeros, you'd have the number on there. You know, like it's if you need that visual representation more than what I've done already, then okay. But I don't think it's necessary. Anyways, getting back to the TA here, 4-hour time frame. The reason why this is really cool, guys. We should actually go over this here. Hold on. Let's see. Is it Brandon? I think it's Brandon. Let's see. Where are you at, B? I'm pretty sure it is. Let me just go to my profile here. Hold on. I'll go to following. Because I know he's one of my more recent follows. Let's see. Shout out to the Bitcoin. I don't know how I wasn't following you guys. Like, was I following a scam? Because I swear I've been following you guys for a long time. But let's see. Where's Mr. Brandon at? Did he change his name? Yeah, Bearded Crypto. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know why I thought it was Brandon. Not Brandon. Bearded Crypto. Shout out to Bearded Crypto. Did you know on the new Onyx Goliath liquid staking that it now collects fees automatically at a rate of 10% of earned staking rewards? So what, I hear you say, of the 10% collected, 10% is also burned. The more people that stake on Goliath, the more XCN is being burned equals deflationary measure. So OnyxCoin has a deflationary measure. And whenever it says 10%, so liquid staking now collects fees automatically at a rate of 10%. I don't know if that means that your tokens are being feed 10%. Like if you're receiving 100 tokens, is 10% of that from the staking being taken? Are you really only getting 90? Or do you, as the staker, receive a benefit of 10% of the fees that are earned from your liquid staking? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on how that works. But either way, if there's a burn mechanism and I'm receiving XCN while staking, that's pretty cool. Also with the Goliath app, whenever you are the Goliath mainnet wallet here, whenever you are staking, you don't have to do this thing anymore where on the Ethereum staking you would have to claim your staked coins. You'd have to claim them, pay the fee for the claim, send them back to stake and pay that fee as well, which is, it's only like less than 30 cents to send it both ways, but still it's a little bit of a hassle. And if you're doing that every day, that money does add up to some degree, which is why I did it like once a week. But whatever, with the Goliath liquid staking, you don't have to claim it. It just gets put in there for you. So if you're staking right now, in the time that you've watched this video, if you're staking on Goliath, your total staked amount should have gone up already. You're getting more coins and it's already being claimed for you consistently. So, and with that, to the Onyx team, I don't know then if that means, is that technically APR? Like, is it technically a 27.8% APR? Because if you're continuing, you're taking your APR and it's continually going in there, then you're compounding that. Wouldn't that be APY? Or is that not the same? Is that different? APY is better than APR, but they're still both good. Whatever. On that note too, you look here, 27.8% staking APR. I think it might be APY though, versus 26.6%. It's a little bit more as well. Total staked is 6.13 billion. And then I don't know if we're looking at this here, total staked XCN supply. That tells me that most of you have not staked. I'm pretty sure that's what this means. This is the total amount that's staked on Goliath. So I know that it's just been sitting there. It's comfortable to just leave it sitting there, all that stuff. But I think that having it on Goliath is better personally. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe there's something we're missing here. I don't think that it's, maybe I'm wrong and this isn't what it looks like. Maybe that's not the reflection of this here, but I feel like this is just on Ethereum, and then this, the ST XCN, the staked XCN here, I think that's what's on Goliath. So we should see that transition. We should see that transition over the coming days probably. But I feel like it was easy. It was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say buggy, but maybe buggy. There's some inefficiencies that can be worked on, definitely, and I've addressed a couple of those here, and I'm sure we'll notice more of those as things go on. But really, it's a working product. It's not bad. It was very seamless, very easy, very quick. Works. It's great, and it's better, and it's better. But anyways, enough about that. 00498 right now, 4-hour time frame. We're looking at the RSI right here at this 40 level. This is a general area that you typically do find support in any RSI. I'm not holding my breath over it here, though. You know, if we do go a little bit lower, that's fine. Stochastics are oversold. The MACD, again, what we're waiting for is this hopeful, like this next cross that is something a little bit more sustainable than what we had here, something more like this. We want a true cross here. Even something like this would be appreciated. You know, any type of movement. I really want to see us get above 00515 again, because that takes us back above this golden ratio zone. Or no, I'm sorry, not that golden ratio zone. This golden ratio zone, right? Where was it? Oh, no. I'm sorry. We were on the 1 hour whenever that happened. So that's from this relative low here to this relative high here. 00515. That's what it is, yes. Maybe even more important than that. Let's take this high to low here. High to low there. Getting above 0059 will also be very important. That'll be exciting. But ultimately, the most exciting thing is going to be getting to a higher high here, because then we're continuing this trend of higher lows and higher highs. The rounded bottom is really starting to come into shape here. And if this does play out to be a rounded bottom, the way that I'm assuming that it will, we are right now, we're at like the kind of like flat part, right? We're at the kind of boring part. Things will only get more exciting as time goes on. And I'm drawing that a little bit quick. Maybe it takes longer, however it works, but things will only get more exciting as we get into the end of April, as we get into May. Things will only get more exciting and robust as well. This next movement up doesn't have to be spectacular. It doesn't have to take us up above this high, but one way or another, I do believe that we're going to get there. We're going to get above this high, whether it's a quick ape-like pump that we've seen with OnyxCoin do in this exact same range before, over here. If it's something like that, great. If it's more methodical, great, whatever. Whether it happens in a short amount of time or, over the next couple of months, I do expect that we'll get above this high, and likely from there, looking at this on like an overall scale, from a high to a low, if we were to get above this high, the likely destination would be the golden ratio, which is all the way up at about 2.28 to 1.9 cents. We could go higher, we could go lower, anything's possible, but I really like that golden ratio zone as a next potential stopping point. And I don't know, have I done this before? Let me see. I'm kind of curious. If we take a high to a low here, yeah, I mean, our 1272s right there, our 1618s right there, all kind of in that area. So it's very, very possible and likely once we get above this high here at 1.3 cents. Daily indicators, the RSI. I mean, the RSI itself also looks like it's rounding, doesn't it? Looks like it's like rounding out here. Finding support around the 40. It's not the most bullish looking, but it's rather neutral right here, but there is a more bullish shape to it than a bearish shape. The stochastics are reset. We're in the oversold area, ready to go. And the MACD on the daily time frame is also set up in a bullish way, where we've crossed above the zero and now we're pulling back to it. Oftentimes in these scenarios where you come up through the zero, you pull back to it, it's this bounce, it's this phase right here that really matters. This is the setup, and then this is the real move, and typically that real move, it is bigger than what the setup was. So from here, what initially crossed us above the zero was this move here. Initially this low to high, that 46% move is what got us there. So in a sense, what I'm saying is we should see a move that's greater than this coming into play, I would think, over the weeks to come, probably before the midpoint of April, if I had to guess. So we should be up at like 008 or higher, and maybe when I say or higher, it could be a lot higher. I mean, we might be at higher highs before the midway point of April. Who knows? But certainly I would expect that we're above this high. I do expect it will be above 007, 008 over the coming weeks. So long as we behave, so long as we don't lose too much more ground to the downside. It is getting to that critical moment. We've been here though. We're familiar with these critical moments, aren't we? We've been here for more than just a couple months now in these critical zones, and we've prevailed every single time. I do find it funny when the haters just seem to be talking a lot of smack here. They're talking even more smack here, the most smack they've ever talked, and now it's at a whole nother level. And all we've been doing is getting higher lows in this very nice kind of rounded structure. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. I'm expecting we see some life come into this thing. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. congrats to the Onyx team. Good job. Can't wait to see what's coming out next. Um, I think I don't know. I'm not a developer. I'm not a programmer or anything. My opinion isn't worth too much, but I think that we have a working product here, and obviously there's some little things I think to work on, but that's fine. It's nothing like detrimental, right? It's actually pretty easy to get your coins bridged and staked and everything, right? And then I'm sure there's a bunch of other things too that we're looking forward to here. Card payment enterprise soon. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.